All right, guys, I finally did it. I finally watched The Exorcist, and I can't believe that I'm here to talk about it. Fuck yeah, dude. So The Exorcist came out in 1973, and it has been helmed as one of the scariest films of all time. I'm not gonna sit here and say it wasn't scary, but it kind of wasn't. I definitely was disturbed by this movie more than I was scared. There was some scary parts, but I was not left feeling like I was gonna die afterwards. It definitely left me very unsettled. It definitely left me with the shivers, for sure. The creeps. I was grossed out a lot. I was definitely shocked at a lot of the imagery. There were a couple of scenes that were pretty scary, but it wasn't the scariest film that I've ever seen yet. And to be completely honest, I thought this was gonna be that movie, and it wasn't, and that's not a problem. I have no problems with this movie. Actually, there is one problem I have with this movie, and that is it's kind of a slow beginning. It kind of takes a while for the movie to really get where it needs to go. The beginning in Iraq, Max von Sydow just kind of walking around, kind of was a slow start. However, I understand why they needed to do it. They needed to set everything up. I get it, but I did expect the movie to be a little bit more focused on the demon possession and the exorcism. Overall, I had a really fun time watching this film. I wasn't as scared as I had thought. I will say that a lot of people kind of overhyped this movie a little bit. A lot of my friends that I talked about this movie with told me like, it's not necessarily really scary. It is a lot more disturbing, and the imagery is going to be what gets you more than being actually scared. Now, obviously, this movie is super iconic, and there were a lot of things going into the movie that I knew that was going to be in here, such as the line, "Your mother sucks cocks in hell." I already knew that was going to be in there. So that was really cool to actually see that on the screen. That was really cool. Seeing her head spin around all the way was wild to me. Seeing her throw up all of that shit, all of the bile, that was pretty gnarly. And for 1973, let's talk about the fucking special effects, dude. The fact that Linda Blair looked like she was actually levitating was insane to me. For 1973, that must have been mind-blowing to people. Like, I can't imagine seeing this movie back in 1973. Like, it must have scared the absolute shit out of people. I can't imagine walking out of that theater back then being like, what the fuck did we just watch? And like, when the bed would shake and when the bed was floating, how the fuck did they do all that back in the 70s, man? I legitimately don't know. So if anybody does know, please let me know down in the comments how they did that, because that was just so interesting to me. And I thought that the acting was pretty good, especially for it being 1973. I thought that the acting was pretty awesome. Everybody did a spectacular job. I loved Max von Sydow. I loved him so much. And obviously Linda Blair was just fucking mind-blowing, especially for how young she was. She did a fantastic job portraying Reagan. I thought she was so fucking creepy and just so unsettling and disturbing. It was a great time. So I'm gonna go ahead and give The Exorcist a 9 out of 10. I'm honestly kind of bummed out that I'm giving it this score. I feel like it should have gotten a little bit of a higher score, but as I said, the beginning, maybe 30 to 40 minutes of the movie to me was kind of slow. Nothing was really going on until about halfway through, maybe like 45 minutes to an hour in, at least I felt like. And once it really fucking got going, man, did it get going. So, I mean, I wish I could give it a higher score, but that's just how I felt about this movie at the end of it. But after all that being said, I'm very glad I got to see this movie, and now I can watch any horror movie pretty much without hesitation. So I'm very glad I finally got to see this movie. I know a lot of people have probably seen this movie, but if you have not seen the movie, please check it out. And if you have seen the movie, leave a comment down below on what your thoughts on The Exorcist are. And as always, if you would like to become one of my sweethearts, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a like. Thank you guys very much for watching. See you next time.